Okay, so this is Ringwalk Media in association with Welleyes Therapy and Still Hub Management. Mr. Frank Warren, it's very, very nice to see you. Looking so well after a trip out to Riyadh.
Well, so would you if you'd have been out there. I mean, it's a nice place to be and we got well looked after.
Listen, another brilliant show and, another one this week. A lot of good fights on this week.
This is a cracking show, Magnificent Seven, and it's well named. We've got 7 cracking fights on there. A couple of them on there I think are going to be outstanding.
Well, listen, Denis McCann makes his return. We hear a little rumour there might be a British title included in that as well, which will be announced very shortly. What a great fight that's going to be.
It is a good fight. Him and Brad Strand, that, for me, I may be wrong, I think that's going to be one of the highlight fights of the night. There's no doubt about that. A lot at stake for both of them. And who wants the bragging rights out of the two? And there's been a lot of toing and throwing behind the scenes. They're different personalities. Denis is very extrovert and outgoing, and Brad's a little bit of an introvert. But in the ring, I think we're going to see something a little bit special between them.
Listen, Denis has kind of had to reinvent himself a little bit. We went out and visited him in Los Angeles when he was training out there. He's come back over to the Rotunda, and he just looks really happy this week.
Yeah, he seems to be pleased. In the place he's at the moment, he's always sending me messages and videos of him working and sparring. And I've got to tell you, he looks in exceptional shape. There's no doubt about that. And on the other side of the other corner, you've got Paul Stevenson, who I've got a lot of respect for as a trainer, and a manager and a trainer who does brilliantly with his fighters. And his fighter will come in 100% prepared. So these guys, they won't be leaving anything in the gym. They'll be all in top condition on the night.
Of course, Brad Strand, good friend of Nick Ball, who sadly didn't win in Saudi. Much to your, well, he did win, but he's here supporting.
Robbery in Riyadh.
Robbery. Well, I was trying to avoid that, but look, it is what it is. It's boxing. It is how it is, and I'm sure he's going to get his rematch very shortly.
Well, we will see. The WBC at the moment, I think they'll leave him in the number 1 spot, but he's. They're talking about this interim champion they've got that they may force that match. We'll see. If anything good comes out of it, it should be that the particular judge or any other judges who are getting it wrong like this be demoted and not be allowed to officiate big world title fights. Go down like Premier League referees do when they get it wrong. They go down a division, so you push them down. But they don't seem to do that. All they keep talking about is bringing in new methods and means, and but what you need are educated judges. That's what you need.
Well, listen, let's come back to this week, and good to see Mr. Joyce back on the card.
Yeah, I'm delighted. He's in good form at the moment. I was talking to him when I got here. He's been training hard. He's got the bit between his teeth, and I don't think he's got I don't think he's got an easy fight. Cash Ali fancies it. I mean, he jumped at the fight when it was offered to him, so maybe looking at his losses, that he thinks he can maybe put a third one on him. I don't know, but it's a very important fight for Joe. One he can't afford to lose because he obviously wants to get back into the big time again, get a seat at the big table, and he's got to do that by producing the goods in the ring. He can't afford to slip up.
If Joe puts in a really good performance and makes a bit of a statement this week, could he be somebody that's considered maybe for the Magnificent Seven?
He certainly could be a candidate for that. He's got to do the business, and if he does, he will go in a big fight, no doubt about that.
And of course, your headliner, Nathan Heaney's probably sold about 3,000 tickets this week. Always brings the crowd with him, and a very, very good fight.
It is a good fight. Look, he's gone from strength to strength. He's done everything. I mean, he's a thorough professional, and his performance against Denzel was world class. I mean, Denzel come off of a world class challenge for the world title against a very, very good champion, and had he started a little bit earlier, those first 4 rounds, he may even have won that fight. So Nathan's shown that he deserves to be up there and in that mix. This is a tough fight for him as well, but if he comes through it, then we'll be looking to do a big fight for him at Stoke City's ground.
You reckon that we could be able to get Nathan to the Stoke ground and fulfil his...
It is a tough fight between the two of them. I look on it as a bit like when he fought Denzel. Everybody thought it was going to be a bit of a walkover, and it wasn't, but not by any stretch of the imagination. And he boxed exceptionally well that night. So, be interested to see what happens on Saturday.
Now listen, something that we wanted to talk to you very quickly about is one of your female boxers, Raven Chapman. Sadly, she got injured, so couldn't fight. What's the news on Raven? Is she getting a little bit better? Is she looking for fight again this year, mid-time?
She is. We spoke. She was actually out in Riyadh, and I spoke with her, and she'll be at the show obviously on Saturday, and hopefully she'll be in a position where she will be out. And I'm desperate to get her into a world title fight in the near future. I think she's really capable.
Could you see her fighting the winner of Skye Nicholson and Sarah Mafoud?
I've got to tell you something. You know, I'd like to see her get a couple more, but yeah, I could do. Yeah, I could do.
I think that'd be a possible Saudi fight, maybe.
We'll see.
Listen, Frank, there's a lot of people waiting for you. We always appreciate your time, and it's nice to see you looking so well, mate.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure. Thanks as always for helping us promote the show.
Thanks, Frank.